here we are, Craven Cottage then. It's a 2-all for Bournemouth and Fulham, and I'm here with Billy Day. You all right, Billy? How you doing, mate?
How you doing? Yeah, good, thank you. How are you all doing?
Yeah, almost home turf for you, isn't it? London fixture.
Literally just on the other side of London, but, you know, a decent point. I said before the game, 3-0, but a point would have been happy. The way we played, you might as well just put out tonight my interview from last season.
Yeah.
A brilliant performance, and we just lost it.
Yeah.
You know, I thought the way we played in that second half, we just sat back and we just didn't look like scoring. You know, we're really disappointed in the end, but I think what we've got to look on is how brilliant we were. Defensively, we were fantastic. Attacking-wise, Solanke at the start was just fantastic. I thought our midfield of Lerma, Lewis Cook was all right. Tavernier, improvements are there. And, you know, the game completely changed when Jordan Zamora came on.
Yeah. A bit frustrating, isn't it, to be sort of like in the lead twice to then let it slip. But I think most Ball fans would have taken a point before that, wouldn't we?
100%. Yeah, no, we look on to Wednesday. We've got the Scummers coming up. And my personal favourite, West Ham United, because West Ham, we are coming for you. We look deadly tonight, and we will come for you Monday night. Watch out, United.
Thanks, Billy.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
Hey, Pete, how you doing, mate?
Hello there. All right. How we doing?
Good to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah.
Good. What do you think of the game today?
Cherry Sam. Thank you. The defence was absolutely fantastic. Fulham's means of attack was putting balls into the box.
Yeah.
Never going to do it. What with Mepham and Sinisi, they was just had everything covered. So they was never going to score from. I mean, the way they was going to score was from a penalty. It's the only way they was going to get a goal. But we just sat back and we did let them come on to us a little bit too much, I think. But Mepham, this season, he's really turned himself around. The errors from his game, they've disappeared now, and he's turned round. When Kelly's fit, who does he leave out? Sinisi or Mepham?
Yeah. difficult decision for him to make, really.
It's a great decision for him to have to make, though, rather, to be able to do that. And my two fellas come on, didn't they? Bluetooth, and they had a good understanding, which shows why doesn't he start?
Yeah, why doesn't he start? A lot of people wondering that.
Because they are, as I say, me and Bill called them Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Because they seem to have this sort of like Bluetooth connection, and that's something you can't buy.
No.
You can't buy that. But Mepham's man of the match shaded it. He's going to score. I was saying to the bloke next to me, he's going to score sometime this season going up, and he nearly did. He had a little flick on, didn't he? That went into the side net. Oh, Lerma, yeah. I must tell you, I had a free bet on Ladbrokes, 50p. And I thought, who should I put it on? Bill called it. He said, put it on Lerma to score. So I got £4 for nothing.
That's good. All right, then, Pete. All the best. Good to see you, buddy.
All the best.
See you, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
All right, mate.
Right, takes.
Hello, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Good. Hey,
You
Tom,
good?
you go? Yeah.
I'm great, thanks. I disagree. I don't think Mepham shaded it. I think Mepham was man of the match.
Okay, lovely.
Mepham was man of the match by a mile. It's the best I've seen him playing in a Bournemouth shirt. Like, he was that resolute at the back, heading out. That last second half, I've never seen Bournemouth defend like that. Like, I'm used to us being free-flowing, attacking, and usually we would concede. But that second half, Mepham did it for me.
We gave ourselves a lot of work to do in that respect, didn't we?
Should have won.
Should have won?
Nah.
Again, I haven't seen it back yet, but I reckon a penalty again.
I'm happy with the draw.
I'll take a point back. How good did we look? How good did we look?
We look good.
Even every time we conceded, Bournemouth a year ago would have fucking bottled that. We would have bottled that.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Bottled that.
Interesting, yeah.
We
I
were so
100%
good.
agree with that. A point at Craven
It's
Cottage.
a point gain, not 2 points lost.
I agree with that. Sorry, Tex, you were going to say?
No. I think I've completely lost my train of thought. But what the gentleman said there, his sentiment, I think, is probably echoed in that before the game. Certainly, we'd be very happy with a draw.
Yeah.
Bit hurtful that we go up. We're in the lead and then we're behind. And then we're in the not behind, never. But
It's a little bit, but
twice.
that's the bump. Like, I'm quite happy. We got the crowd going. We were positive. We were all coming into this 1-1, 2-2. We would have taken that. We would have taken a draw. And the fact this is the Bournemouth of old, we would have lost that 3-2. and you know we were all in the crowd, we were all hanging on. Second half, but Mepham, man of the match. I think shout out for Philip Billing. I don't know if it was a 4-4-2, but Billing was pressing from the front and he was chasing it down. Ryan Christie was doing amazing. But as a team, our press in that second half, like I don't know, I haven't seen that from a Bournemouth. We were all so united, and I'm just really happy with the point away from here. Yes, it's kind of disheartening, 1-0 up, 2-1 up, but we came into this taking a point, and I'm going to take a point now. So.
And what kind of how many points do you want midweek then when we play them up the road?
When we play them up the road again, as long as Gary O'Neill stays undefeated, I'll take a draw at home, maybe scrape a win. I'm more optimistic about West Ham away Monday night. You know, I feel like we can give them some. Brilliant. You know, get the Cherries travelling up, get the trains up. Bournemouth night. I feel like that's it. You know, there's a lot of Cherries fans like me. London, we're living here. In all departments. But I'll let this guy come up. But Tiggs, thank you so much.
No, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Back of the net. It's going from strength to strength. So come on.
We'll see you next
Monday.
Monday.
The Cherries.
Brilliant, thank you. You all right, Ben?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, excellent.
That was hard work, though.
Yeah, it wasn't easy going by any means, was it? And it was sort of nail biting at times. Do you think?
Yeah. I mean, that second half, I don't really know what we were playing at. Like, I don't see why we went in with like a completely different game plan to what we did first half.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I predicted 2-1 before, but 2-2, I'm happy with, seeing as how we played second half and just everything that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a bit. I don't think we should be concerned because obviously we're still unbeaten. But yeah, I'm happy with the result, but I'm not that happy with the performance. Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying, because there is a sort of element to it that makes it feel like we came for a draw.
Yeah.
Which maybe we did, but was there a game to be had? Was there something else that we could have got there? Was there something in the dying moments? I think when we saw Kiefer Moore coming on, we all got a little bit excited, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we had a corner at the same time, and maybe something could have happened to that. But you can sort of understand where Gary O'Neill's coming from. You know, he's been given this job. Is his job just to steady the ship at the moment?
Yeah, I think it is. But then I'm just a bit confused, to be honest. Like just with the whole game plan today. And I know that if we do that against maybe better sides that score more goals, maybe like the top 6 sides, then we will get punished.
Yeah.
Because second half we were 2-1 up, and I know that at the end of the first half we looked to go for it even more when we went 2-1 up, and then second half we were a completely different side. But yeah, Gary O'Neill, he's doing a really good job at the moment, and you know we're unbeaten in 6, and seeing as we were tipped to be 20th at the start of the season, you know we're doing great.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming on, Ben.
Thank you.
Safe trip home. Hey, gentlemen, do you want to come on?
Yeah, sure. Hello.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah, thanks, Tex.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I quite enjoyed the game. It was an exciting game, especially the first half.
Until the last 20 minutes, and then things decided to fall apart. But I think we did enough to get that to that 1 point.
Starting to fall apart. It's an interesting way to put it. Definitely. Do we bring that on upon ourselves? I mean, we did sit quite deep, didn't we?
We sat deep. I think first half we controlled it. We had it. It's all in our hands. But second half, I know what happened. I need to watch the penalty on replay because I'm not really sure about it. But yeah, I think we take the point, and it's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after the end bit. But the first half, amazing. Euphoria. Utter euphoria.
It was some really exciting moments, isn't there? Especially that really fast start.
Yeah.
When we squint 1-0 up, did you think, okay, this is going to be our day today?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Reminiscent of last year's Fulham game, second half.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, very much. I mean, we didn't pull off quite the same routine, but yeah, very much so. Okay, so I've been talking to a few people about Gary O'Neill. Now, today we were in the lead twice, and we've ended up with a draw.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the draw? Are you happy with Gary O'Neill?
I'm happy with Gary O'Neill. You know, it's a point closer to survival at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm very happy with him. Despite we could have got 3 points, but at the end of the day, he's got us a point. Unbeaten still on our 200th Premier League game. Yeah, I'm really happy with him.
Yep.
So far.
Keep O'Neill for now.
Brilliant. And can I get a man of the match from you all? What do you think, man of the match?
Really good, I'd say, because that was my first game. Going.
Was that your first game?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations! Well done.
It was very good, and obviously we were in a few minutes of the game, and then we got a score. Which was very good. So that was really good. But yeah, I'm happy with the score. I think we did Bournemouth did very well.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I'm happy with the score.
Thank you. And then a man of the match from YouTube, if that's okay.
Got to be Dom Solanke. He works his socks off, doesn't he? He's brilliant.
20 million down the drain.
Yeah.
Dom Solanke scores again. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. Hello, mate. Oh. Now, we do not lose when Josh is in attendance. This is what we have learned. So you're going to have to come to every single game ever now till the end of time. How does that make you feel?
I can come to all the away days, but I can't come to all the. I can come to all the home games, but not the away days.
No, why is that? Do I need to talk to your agent?
I need to talk to him.
Need to talk to him. I'll have a word with him after. What do you think of the game today?
To be honest, first half brilliant, second half sloppy as.
Sloppy as, yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit lackadaisical, but then I think that was the plan, was it, to kind of sit back and soak up pressure?
Honestly, I don't really like when we soak up pressure like that.
It's not the Bournemouth way, is it, really? It's not the way that we've sort of got used to watching us play. Maybe a little bit under Parker, but certainly before that it definitely wasn't. Okay, so Gary O'Neill set out today. Did it feel like today that he was looking for a draw to you, or did you think he was going for the win?
I think he was going for a draw. I think he was at, I honestly just want to point out of these people. And then he just got a point.
Brilliant. And what game can we see you at next, Josh? What game are you going to be at next?
I don't know what's next.
Well, the next away day is Leeds.
Oh yeah, Leeds.
You're going to go to Leeds?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so if you are a betting man, get your bets on. We're not going to lose. We're not going to lose at least. Thanks, Josh. Much appreciated.
Hello, how's your little friend and all that?
My little friend's good.
We're competitive at this level, same every week.
Yeah,
we
you
are
can say
competitive. We are.
Yeah.
First half was great, very enjoyable.
Yep.
I was very happy at half time. Could have been 3-1 apart from great saves by Leno. A double great save. So, but then the second half they made their changes and we didn't. And it was kind of like, looks like we're just going to soak it up. But I can't say we didn't go for more in the first half when we got ahead.
Yeah.
So there's some people saying, we sat back and we took the point and whatever, but we didn't in the first half. Could have been 3-1 quite easily. Very entertaining. They could have had more goals. They deserve probably to win on balance in the second half. But, take a point, move on.
I suppose you've got to accept the fact you are playing against, Premier League opposition, high quality opposition. Things aren't always going to go the way you want them to.
And they had better depth off the bench.
Definitely,
the kind of players that they can bring on, a different class. No disrespect to ours, but more experience at this level. So they just basically owned the pitch.
Yeah.
And we didn't again have enough on the counter, even though Anthony came on, etc., etc. But man of the match, Adam Smith.
Lovely. Do you know what? I'm so glad you said that. So I was talking about that with Tom on the way down. He's been very consistent actually every game, and he never gets that little nod, does he, to say how well he's performing. So I'm really glad you brought that up.
He just did everything that he needed to do. I think too many crosses came in.
Yeah.
Not stopping the cross. You play a team like that, stop the bloody cross coming in. So there was too many of that. But onwards. I would have liked to have been in sixth, but still in the mix.
Still in the mix. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you. Safe trip back. Hey, gentlemen, how you doing? You all right?
Not too bad after that.
Good. So, where should we start? Let's start with the first half.
We'll take that.
That early goal.
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's an ideal start.
Yeah.
I can't lie. When you go 1-0 up away from home, it's a shame to throw it away twice. But given the second half, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were on top. I think if we played longer, I think we're always on the back foot. But a point away at Fulham, you can't really complain.
No, you can't. You can't really complain at all. And there were some good performances from the players, certainly in defence. So, who stuck out for you today? Who did you think they played their socks off for us?
Other than the stupid penalty, I thought Lerma was very good.
Yeah.
Solanke always works hard, so probably one of them. But Senesi's getting better every week. So One of them, really.
Have any of you seen the penalty incident back? I've seen a few people with their phones out during the game. Did anyone see it?
So we were down in the concourse.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I missed it, I can't lie. I think it's probably a pen. You grab him, but the ball is miles away from it.
Right.
But I think if it's us, I think we call for it.
Yeah.
But do I think we get it if it's us? I don't know. But is it a penalty? Probably, yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of the referee today? Do you know, was he good today?
I think we should have had a penalty in the first half. I can't remember. It was either Tavernier or Fredericks.
Yeah.
Should have been penned, but I did see the Fulham penalty. I don't think it was a penalty, but there was one man who stood out for me today, and that was the best every week. What a season he's having.
Yeah, it's definitely his best season for us, isn't it? And he goes off to Wales relatively soon for the World Cup.
Wish him the best.
How are you going to feel about that when England play Wales?
Don't really care, to be honest.
You're not the only one. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. Really appreciate it. All the best. Hey, David, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Good to see you.
I'm good. Would have liked. This is Sam. He doesn't talk a lot.
Hi, Sam.
Say hi.
Mate, you're right. Up the cherries.
So yeah, I thought it was a good result in the end. We got the point, and first half was really good.
Yeah.
I thought, oh great, I'm going to see an away win finally.
Yeah.
Second half, I thought we were a little flat, but in the end, Fulham are a good team. You take the point, and you beat Southampton on Wednesday. That's the one that really matters, right?
It is. It definitely matters. It's the derby that's not a derby. We'll see. Dave, I really want to get your insight, really, from across the pond where you live. So we got this new owner coming in.
Yep.
What are your feelings about that? I mean,
he's going to be great. I think he's not the Glazers. He's got a really good philosophy on life and in terms of running businesses. He's a winner. And he will invest money, but he will also demand high standards.
Right. Okay.
And so I think that's the thing you're going to see. But I think he'll be really good for the club. I think Max has been great, but he's going to take us to the next level.
Okay. Brilliant.
Europe, here we come, mate.
Europe, here we come. Thanks. Good to see you. All the best.
See you
all the
next
best.
week.
Hey, Rob. How you doing, mate? You all right?
It's been a long time. It's been 22 years, I think.
22 years since I last spoke to you properly. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to school together.
We did indeed. And you were a handy footballer yourself, actually.
I was, but I'll keep it as that. Harry Arter.
Yeah.
Harry Arter type player.
Yeah, he was. He was a tough tackler. Speaking of tough tackles, there were a few that went in today. How do you reckon the referee got on today?
He was all right, actually. I think overall, 50-50.
Yeah.
Overall, I think we were better first half. They were the better half. Or they were the better side second half.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it quiet because I did have Slanky to score first and 2-2. So I'm going to keep it no more. I'm literally going to keep it no more.
He's off to get a yacht in Sandbank somewhere and live his life out there. That's fantastic.
I'll keep it quiet.
Yeah, keep it quiet indeed. Who stood out for you today, mate? Who do you thought was a good player?
For us, I would say Senesi.
Yeah.
Senesi, Metham, and then Cook. I think Cook grew into it as the game progressed, but I think overall, yeah, Senesi and Metham.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good to have you on.
Yeah, mate, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see
Honestly,
you too.
Brilliant. Right on.
See you again soon.
Great, guys. Great.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, mate, you all right?
Yes, mate. Yeah, very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were saying at half time, weren't we, Sam? That I think the game was there for the taking at 2-1, and then at 1-0 we sat back, 2-1 we're back in it, and then that save the keeper makes it just before half time to make it 3-1. It ends up being pivotal, doesn't it, really? Because at 3-1, I think the game's there was more goals for us. But what I want to say is their changes at half-time made all the difference. So credit to them, credit to their manager, and credit to bringing Tom Kearney on and bringing on William, because I thought that really shored it up for them in the midfield. And they started to dictate the game then, second half. And we just couldn't get into our rhythm. The penalty decision went against us. I'm being told it was a penalty. And then at 2-2, we're in a situation where we're 2-1 up and not cruising, but looking for a third and thinking there's more in the game for us, and we're hanging on. And then we struggled, didn't we? We couldn't string passes together. The cohesion went, and we had to make changes ourselves, which I understand why Gary O'Neill did that. He tried to introduce some pace into proceedings, didn't he? Bringing Jayden Anthony on, and obviously brought Kiefer Moore on latterly. And we had a few sniffs, but overall, I think it was, we're very evenly matched, aren't we, as squads, I think, and as teams. So you have to accept that, and you have to look at it and think, we're away from home, it's the Premier League, it's a decent point overall. I'm just a bit disappointed that we didn't press home our advantage, probably in the first half, like we should have done, really, Tiggs, and maybe grab that third goal while we had the opportunity when we were we had the game by the scruff of the neck, and we could have really taken control of it. Because second half we've let them back in it a little bit, and in the end it feels like it's a point gained and we're hanging on. But take the positives. It's another point. We're unbeaten still. What's that? 6 unbeaten now. So you can't really knock it, can you?
No.
I think Gary O'Neill will learn from it. The management team that are in place at the moment will learn from this, and there's probably things that we could have done better. There always will be. But we move on to what's a huge game now, Wednesday night.
It's a massive game, yeah. I agree with everything you said. Half time just came a little bit too soon, didn't it? And
it did, yeah.
The changes Gary O'Neill made, you can see why he tried to make them. But we've got to accept the fact that we were up against very good teams, and everything's going to be tricky. But both teams would accept that as a good result, I think.
Yeah, I think so. They'll probably be a little bit disappointed being the home team setting their second half performance that they haven't nicked it really, and they'll maybe end up being a bit more disappointed than we are. But we'll take it. It's just important that we keep on picking up these points against the teams that are going to be in and around us. Fulham are one, Southampton are another on Wednesday night, and even West Ham next Monday. If we can keep on ticking over, picking up these points, then we'll settle for that, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
Brilliant. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you.
Thanks, lads. Always a pleasure.
What a pleasure, mate. See you soon.
Another way, mate.
You all right, mate? You all right?
Oh, yeah.
I've got a little mate with me, yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, good.
Take
good.
it?
I before the game, I definitely would have taken it. When we went up against them, and then again, I felt a bit gutted. But at the end of the day, I think they'd take it as well, wouldn't they? Because they've been down, twice against us.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think when you draw a game like that and you've led twice, it's a little bit hard to say you take the draw. But I think first half, I think we earned the right to edge it going into half time. But second half, they're the better team. I thought their subs. I thought William was good when he come on.
Yeah.
And they were the better team. I think we've played another 10 minutes. They were the more likely to score. And yeah, for some reason, I felt after we scored the first and then coming into the second half, we just sat off them too much, too deep. We were too deep. We didn't give ourselves enough in transitions to get forward and catch them on a break. So yeah, I think we were hanging on a little bit without them causing Neto too many problems. I felt we were hanging on a little bit. So yeah, 100% take the point. I said before the game, take a point, getting a Wednesday. But yeah, it's hard when you've led twice. But yes, it's a decent point. Any away game in the Premier League is a good point. So Forest lost, by the way. So it's not all about silence. If you've got a good group in there, which I think we've got, that are grafting, working really hard. Again, I thought Tavernier, Solanke ran themselves into the ground, had to get subs, Christie as well. So yeah, really pleased with them. It's a shame we couldn't get the 3, but it's a good point, mate. It's a good point.
It's a good point, and a good thing to see as well. Some players, some new faces. I say new faces; they're not really that new. Turning up on our bench.
Yes, Rothwell and Stanislas feels new. Yeah. Probably, I understand when they didn't come on. It probably won the game for it.
Yeah.
I think if you're, kind of behind, you maybe just throw caution to the wind, or if the game's in the bag. But it was too tight, I think, to bring on 2 players that are not fully fit. But yeah, it was interesting today. I think he kept with Smithy on the left, and I thought he was superb again.
Yeah, he was.
We were saying before the game on the way here how Smithy goes a little bit under the radar, a bit unsung. I thought he was absolutely magnificent again. Arguably man of the match for me. I thought he was brilliant. Jeff was superb apart from that silly moment he had for the penalty.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said it's exactly the same as Forest away. Corner, penalty.
Yeah.
We're not conceding from open play, really. I mean, the Leicester one's a scrappy goal, and then we're conceding from set pieces. That's not a bad thing. We're quite comfortable. We're quite safe. Neto's having not too much to do, so take the point, mate. Move on Wednesday. We'll be fine. I'm still dreaming of Europe a little bit.
You heard it here first.
Do you want to say your man of the match?
Tavernier.
He's a good player. We're going to get knocked over by something big and wheelie. Sorry, thank you. Tavernier?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And did you enjoy the game today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to be at the Southampton game?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. And are we going to win the Southampton game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice one. Good on you.
Okay, Kirk's finishing.
One more. Mr. Tovey, how are you?
Tiggs, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. Look, fashion twins.
Oh, so I know, mate. You probably put it off better than me. Better hair.
I'm not going to pull it off now. That costs extra.
Harrison Reed. This way he's been, second half.
Hey! Fantastic. What is that?
That goes on the pitch.
That's for heaters.
It goes on the pitch to help. It grows the turf to enable them to play better football with Willian and Tom Kearney and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool. You got to move quick with that thing. Right. Thinking about moving quick, we got to move quick soon. So let's get some thoughts from you, sir. What do you think of the game today?
I'd have taken a point at the start.
Yeah.
Great impact from the start. We did it last season in the second half. This time we decided to have a quick start in the first half.
Yes.
And great goal. I thought Tavernier, Billing, Solanke all getting involved in that and was good. Disappointing goal to concede from a corner near post. No, couldn't keep it out. Got back in the lead, which I thought was good. Again, Dom Solanke getting involved, finding space, and Lerma putting a goal away. He does that every now and again, doesn't he, old Jeff? I'm hearing the pen is a pen.
Yeah, I heard that too. There was somebody near me with like an iPhone out and showing yeah.
Although I'm hearing that Fredericks could have been a pen.
Yeah, and that looked like a pen I mean, I'm going to say that, aren't I? But that did look like a pen, and I was a bit worried actually. He was going to get a second booking for a second dive. Like, this happened to him before, didn't it?
Yeah. Because he did similar last week, I think he claimed for a pen, and that wasn't a pen. But the way he sort of reacted makes you think, actually, there's something in this one, and I think it might have been a pen, but not for us, not when we're wearing a Bournemouth badge. It doesn't happen, does it?
No, we'll find out tonight because we're going to be first match on the day, surely. We've got to be, haven't we?
I mean, that was
Unless the Tottenham-Everton game's a cracker.
That was a great game of football, by the way. I mean, the first half, we talked about Brentford-Bournemouth not being a great advert for Premier League football, but that was a cracking game of football in the first half. We just be neutral about it for 2 seconds. Loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. Lots of players playing really, really well at the moment. I've had a lot of shout-outs for Mepham, Senesi, Tavernier, and Adam Smith, actually, a few people recognising how well he's playing at the moment. What do you think? Who's kind of sticking out for you at the moment this season?
I mean, a lot of man matches are going to those type of players. I was surprised to see him stick with the same formation today because I thought he might have played John Zamora to line him up against Dan James with a pace. But Smudge has got experience, although you might worry about his pace. We conceded 2 goals, though. If you're talking about a man a match, I'd probably give it to Dom for a goal and assist.
Nice.
On the base that we conceded 2 goals, but we defended very well. You know, what's interesting for me, there's a lot of debate on Twitter, as we know, or social media about whether Gary O'Neill should get this job. He's doing a fantastic job, 6 unbeaten. You are seeing potentially what Gary O'Neill is of a manager, though, when we get to those finely balanced moments.
Yep.
20 minutes left, 2-2, and we dropped very, very deep. We didn't do much against Brentford when it was 0-0, and that's what we would potentially have to just work with Gary O'Neill. It is what it is, unless he would change in time when he gets more experience. But the ball's rolling for him, and it's good, it's great, he's doing a fantastic job, but these turn into 3-2 losses when you drop very, very deep and you don't make substitutions until the last couple of minutes. And that's the only thing I'd sort of point in his direction at the moment, is I don't see those proactive changes when the game's finally balanced. Anyone can make changes when you're 2-0 down at Forest, the game's gone. Yeah. But it's when those games are 1-1, 0-0, 2-2, what are you going to do to try and maybe get the winner or just get us up the pitch? I mean, I've mentioned before about getting Sariki on the pitch just to get him high up there, put the ball up in the corner and then let him just sprint onto it, or get Kiefer Moore on, which he done. But he leaves it very late. He plays the long game. You get away with it some weeks, you won't get away with it every week.
And it is a game of experience, and and you look at the person he's up against, Mr. Silva. He's got a lot more experience than Gary O'Neill has. So when you match those two up, you kind of expect, well, maybe the other manager would come out on top. Ahmed Shubal spoke to the BBC today. I don't know if you saw it, and he's pretty much said, he's really very, very, very doubtful that Gary O'Neill will even get a sniff. That the club have got a short list of players or short list of managers rather, and they're looking outside of local realms, really. The guy at Brighton, actually, the guy who went to Brighton, they were looking at him. Yeah, that was on the list, so he's been crossed off, so that's one less.
I'd be very surprised if he gets this job.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not completely in our court. The more he keeps keeping clean sheets, the more he keeps picking up points with this lack of experience.
Yeah.
And he's doing a good job, and he's getting these guys competing every week, and we're seeing good football matches. He is going to be touted for, in the Championship when managers lose their job. So I don't want to lose Gary O'Neill.
No.
I'd love to keep him at the club. I think he definitely has attributes that we can definitely store. But you know what happens. You give him the job, you give him a 3-year deal, and then it changes. It happens all the time. But I don't want to lose him. It's a really difficult situation for Foley and the new board to make a decision of, but I will stick with what I've said for 3 weeks now, is you stay as we are. We're picking up points. Coops and Elphick, they're doing a great job. Elphick on the sidelines, working with that defence. Yeah, we are as we are. Get to the World Cup, then we'll see what happens.
See what happens, we will. Thank you ever so much. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, click the little bell thing, and you'll be back for more Back of the Net content very, very soon, where we go to the derby that's not a derby next. Mind the gap, Southampton.